People of Earth, how are you? We're back. My name is Al. Across the table from me is my friend Joe.
Hey now.
Together we do this thing of ours, mafia style. This thing of ours. It's called Kinda Right. And we're happy to have the six of you with us again. Thank you for taking some time out of your busy day to listen to two old assholes talk about nothing. You know, or something.
I'm thinking like they're asleep with it on as just background noise.
I don't know. I tend to think
like
it's more of a commuter thing. I listen. The only time I really been listening lately is in the car. If I'm wearing a pocketed shirt where I can put the phone in the pocket and hear it. You know what I mean? Because I don't have that car I drive is an 06. It doesn't have the fucking auxiliary hookup, and I'm not going to wear headphones. I did actually wear wireless headphones for a while, but you're not really supposed to do that. And you know what? It's not cool when you're driving. It makes you less aware of what's going on around you. You know what I mean? Have you ever worn headphones driving? I don't know how the fuck we got here already, but
No. But when I used to ride motorcycles all over the place, I wore earplugs.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
So
yeah, but there wasn't music pumping through the fucking things.
No. I had a motorcycle that had a stereo, which was pretty cool.
That's cool.
And then, it's one of those things you think, well, that's retarded until you actually use it. And the stereo would get louder as the faster you go.
Cool.
You know what I mean? So you wouldn't pull up to a red light and have the thing
blast,
blaring.
and it would.
Yeah.
So it doesn't just increase the volume as you go faster; it decreases it as you go slower.
So you could ride at 75 or 80 miles an hour down the highway, and you could hear the thing. And and I liked.
They should do that with cars too. No,
not necessarily music, but it was I remember going through Montana and picking up like the fucking livestock reports. You know what I mean? It was pretty funny. Like I like getting like the local talk news type thing, which was always cool.
Yeah, that is neat.
Well, they had the cattle auction down at fucking Pete the Dog Banger, and
I like to listen to
the average
local radio when I go away
price
too.
Per pound of fucking Longhorns this year is up, and, and it's just shit you don't hear around here. You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool.
Hey, thanks for dinner, Joe. I'm just now finishing up my last bite of. We had some Papagenos, and for you locals, you know what we're talking about. You unlocals, Papagenos was like one of the original pizza chains, but it's not awful pizza. It's like actually good fucking pizza. You know what I mean?
No, it's not
excellent
bad.
Pizza, and they make a nice sub and all that. But Papagenos is the official pizza of the New England Patriots. How about that?
Is it really?
Yeah. Rob Gronkowski's probably having a slice right now. It was graduation weekend here in my life and up here in New England. I don't know. I think around the country it's a little earlier because they get out of school earlier. They go back to school fucking early, too.
I thought the high school kids got out.
They graduate the first weekend of June around these parts every year. That's what they do.
Okay. So it's not May.
No, it's always the first weekend in June. Sometimes
so is it college that's May?
College is earlier, yeah. A lot of kids are out, but way before. Never mind out, but they're graduated second week of May. You know what I mean? Way before Memorial Day.
Right.
We did the graduation thing, and I want to say I missed last Thursday, and old Joe did a fill-in show, and I got to say, and I gave you an email and a text, and I wasn't just polishing your knob. It was really good. It was a really good show. I laughed out loud a good half a dozen times. I thought it was excellent.
I made notes for that.
Spot-on analysis, too.
And
I like the part about some dude, you could go up on stage and play Mozart on the piano, and some asshole will walk out offended. You know what I mean? The whole political correct
that's the
thing.
deal, though. I mean, someone's always going to be upset about something.
Yeah.
And it's just the way human beings are. They're just, it's just always going to be, that's why I hate all these, like Angie's List. I hope someone fucking launches a rocket into Angie's house.
Right.
Because nobody ever, all right, I'm not going to say nobody, but I bet it's 100 to 1. If you had a bad experience with a contractor, you're going to put it on Angie's List. If you had a good experience with a contractor, odds are you're not going to put it anywhere.
No, unless you know him.
Meaning people will go out of their way.
Yeah.
They will find websites to say this guy fucked me over.
Right.
And but they're not going to do that if everything went great. So it's when you look at that Angie's List shit, and I don't believe I'm on it, but I haven't done any general contracting.
Don't you have to sign up to be on it?
As a contractor?
Yeah.
I don't know.
To get
I have
recommended?
No idea.
It's not like just straight up fucking... It's kind of like a more private, better business bureau, which is technically private.
I don't do any contracting unless, like, I get a house not that frequently anymore.
You don't advertise at all.
Not in years.
Yeah, right.
Like,
same here.
certainly not for and especially not for how I've never advertised for housing.
Well, I mean, even like you're not advertising. For a little while, you tried to get the small shit re-going to fill in the Sundecks and the garages and additions. You did try that again, right, to get that going. And
yeah,
now you
but it
don't
wasn't
give a fuck
really
about
for
that.
me.
If it happens, you'll take an addition
Because
or a garage.
I had drunk Bob, who was that says confidence right there.
Well, you could do a little bit of everything.
I had
all
drunk
while
Bob,
drinking a lot of Budweiser.
Dave, and Texas Rob.
Yeah,
so
but
I literally got a deck business going again because of Rob. And then it ended up being Dave and Bob doing it after Rob moved back to Texas.
yeah.
And in between, there were a couple additions and a few
Right, which you you'll use your same team of some subcontractors that you use for
but if I didn't
new houses.
if it wasn't Rob, I'd hired Rob to be, I gave him a salary.
Mm-hmm.
And this is back when I had money. And I gave him a salary no matter what. And I forget, I think it was kind of like the same thing I had your old man do, like find land, which was basically come into the office and file things neatly for 5 or 6 hours and then just pay him. And 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 he wanted to do more. He was very interested in building shit. So, God, I don't know what year this is. This is going back to 2002 or 3 or something like that. Because I was in the office. I had an office downtown where you used to be.
Yeah.
And I was in the office. Do you remember this at all? I had an office upstairs.
Of course, yeah.
The 2-room deal.
Yep.
And Rob was in there with me. So this has to be like, So I just said, hey, I advertised in these papers, and I had, I showed him how to build like 2 of them, and then he and Dave Holbrook went and they started doing them together, and that worked out pretty good. And I took half, and they did all the work, and it worked out all right.
That was good.
And I did nothing.
Well, you floated the money for material.
Well, yeah, but they went out and sold them, built them,
That's cool.
but it was still.
I didn't know they were
guess-
selling them. I thought you were still selling them.
No, it was still in my name though,
Right.
because Drunk Bob got involved, and he was an excellent salesman. Although
And a good dancer.
he used to fuck the customers, which was really
Well,
not
he
a
fucked
good
everybody.
thing. No, I mean he was fucking a few of the
I
customers.
know, sticking his dick in them.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. He was
Like
good like that.
There was a guy we did.
Women loved fucking Bob.
I don't know
Little
why,
skeleton-looking motherfucker, because he was charming
He was.
and a good dancer.
There was. I'm certainly not going to bring up the name. There was a house where we did 3 projects. We did a deck in the back, we did a farmer's porch in the front, and we finished their basement. And I forget which one was first, but Bob was fucking the guy's wife. So we had a thing going for a
Over
while.
a pile of bags of fucking
No,
plaster.
he fucked her down on the washing machine in the basement,
Nice.
and
I mean, why not?
and she was relatively attractive,
Listen,
but it was it's horrible because the guy was the guy was a nice guy, and I looked at him. I said, you can't fuck the customer. at least not until we get.
can't believe you had to say that.
Let's get paid. Let's get paid first before you start fucking the customers.
Yeah, right. Let the check clear and then fuck her all you want, man.
Jesus Christ.
That's funny, man.
Well, that's the deal with the old drunk
That's
Bob.
DB, man. Hey, can you tell? We were talking about the PC thing and people getting all upset, and I know you touched upon it in your solo show, but I kind of wanted to expand it a little further. That whole Roseanne thing, everyone on the right's like, oh, they're going to give her a show back because everyone over there says this, this, and this. And, of course, none of it's as bad as, you can't, well, whatever. I guess you can call a white person a monkey, but you can't call a fucking eighth of a black person an ape, I guess. But
Yeah, you can.
but even the Fox cast, they were saying, not the Fox
The
cast,
fuck is-
the cast of the show are all coming out against her. So, like, they were saying, oh, Fox wants to pick it up. They want to pick up the fucking show. It's not going to happen. Half the cast is mad at her. They're all offended.
I can't imagine John Goodman is mad.
I doubt he's mad, but, like, Sarah Gilbert is mad. She's pretty
Who is
important.
she?
Well, she's the one who's on one of them women talk shows, but she's the one who plays Darlene on the show, one of the daughters.
Well,
She's
you
been
know
playing
what?
her since she was 10, and she was an ugly troll then. And now she's a fucking carpet munching whore, and she is still an ugly little troll.
Fuck these people.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck them. It's just they're just hype, and you know what? They're fucking looking for it.
Yeah, they're on the look. It's like what it is it's like a cop. It's like a cop fucking planting evidence on someone. Or I can't. I'm not
Usually-
using the wrong analogy, but
No, it's they have their radar up, and they're looking for anything that could fall into could just go over the line of being a misogynist or any ist or fucking ism or phobe or any of that fucking bullshit. And these people can go fuck themselves. And I hope like I said, I hope they keep it up. And
they're gonna keep it up because they cannot help themselves. They cannot help themselves, and they are in a fucking state of perpetual rage and fucking perpetual irrationality because of the number one president in the history of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Again, everything comes back Trump. And they cannot believe that this guy has been president, by the way. I don't know if it was yesterday or today, day 500. Come on. The most productive 500 days in office that anyone's ever had.
well, he's certainly more productive than Barry.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing on Obama? That Obama believes that we just didn't understand how brilliant he was.
I mean, I believe that he says that. I mean, because there's other people who say that. All of his fucking lackey, fucking college professor, fucking ass-licking registered Democrat.
He
fucks.
just doesn't believe that we were smart enough to understand the grand plan that he had. I mean,
was what? What was it?
White or black, this guy is out of his fucking mind.
He also caused the greatest racial rift in the United States since slavery. Since the end of slavery.
No, he's a fucking horror show. The more it goes on after he's been out, the less I still say I give him I still say I'm glad the country voted for a black guy. Because
they voted for the wrong black guy, Joe. And by the way, he's not that black, all right?
Well, he's half white and he was raised by white people.
Whatever. Oh, I mean, his dad was Kenyan or whatever. That makes you pretty much half black, I guess.
Well, his dad was
black. I'm just saying. He don't look it. You know what I mean? But he is.
But he wasn't raised by his father. He met his father twice.
Yeah, he was raised by his mom. That's fine. I don't care about
and his grandparents.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you know what? Fuck him, too. He's gone. He's out.
And how about his the guy 2 fucking presidents before him, old Bill, who, by the way, looks awful. Have you seen him lately?
Bill Clinton?
He looks like fucking Heat Miser from that
fucking
fucking old cartoon.
Does it make me a racist to say that Michelle Obama really does look like a fucking ape?
No,
I don't mean
I've said that
because
on
she's
this show.
Black. I just think she looks like a fucking ape. She's
looks
an
like
Amazonian. She looks like
a chimpanzee. That's what she looks like. A chimp. A big ass chimp.
And I don't care what color the chimp is. She has she has the features of a fucking ape.
Yeah.
Or maybe chimp.
She's not a good looking girl. Chimps are apes, by the way. The great apes are gorillas, orangutans, chimps, and humans. All right? We're just hairless apes, man. We're hairless apes.
Is that the deal?
Yeah, that's all. We're all primates. They're simians. We're primates. The 4 of us are primates. The 3 of them are simians. We're sapiens. You know what I'm saying?
Close enough.
Opposable thumbs on top of the food chain. Fucking Slick Willie was in the news this week.
Yes.
For doing a Slick Willie thing about what the fuck? Oh, CNN fucking had a sit down with him. Oh, that's why they had a sit down. He had a sit down. He has a novel coming out that he wrote with somebody about a hands-on president who's fighting terrorism. He's got a summer novel coming out. So that's why he's he's been doing the rounds. And the CNN guy, which is amazing because CNN is famous for using their whole head to clean out their rectums. You know what I mean? They're like fucking rectal Q-tips, CNN, for the Clintons. But this guy went a little rogue. And he had the balls to ask fucking Bill,
Who did the interview? Do you know?
I don't remember the cat's name. I mean, I could look it up.
Well, because you know why Bill had to do a novel? Because nobody's paying him to speak.
Yeah, he has no money.
Well, no, they got plenty of money, but
I'm sure they're fine. But that's the other thing you brought up.
They need more. You know what I mean? They have to fucking get more. They're never satisfied.
I was 16 mil in debt. He did that whole thing when I left the fucking White House.
Yeah.
But anyway, they got him on the Me Too thing where someone asked him, what do you think of the Me Too movement? And he started answering. Then he knew where it was going to go when he went, but, you got to keep everything in context, blah, blah, blah. And that's when the guy dropped the bomb. He goes, oh, what do you mean, like the context of Monica Lewinsky?
Really?
And then, so the guy got right on him.
He dropped a hammer on him.
He dropped the fucking hammer on old Bill, and I'm sure Hillary has already called in the fucking hit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
This guy will be dead in weeks.
If not now,
So, CNN...
trying to look up which guy it was. The thing is CNN probably... Bill Clinton. Here we go. In an interview on Monday with... Oh, goddamn dead air. I hate it. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm usually better than this. The thing is I'm just... Everything I'm talking about is off the top of my head. I don't even know. I can't find it. It doesn't matter. It was somebody who works for CNN had the balls, and he got Bill all upset. He kept saying shit like you're taking it out of context, and it depends on what your definition of is. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But speaking of the White House and the president, we touched upon our great president again. Now, the last time I was here, it looked like Korea, the North Korea thing was off, but it's on now. And for its original date, I guess. So
yeah.
That's coming up.
Well, because Trump, which they were salivating, this media we have, let's just call them the
elite.
I don't know what they
fucking
are. They're just
leftist.
fucking so fucking biased,
unhonorable, distruthful.
They were salivating. They couldn't. They just were
dishonest.
Oh, it's failed. He's, he made this whole thing, and now he's backtracked. Typical, just every fucking bad thing. And it's like he blew it off, and then Little Rocket Man got nervous, and then now Little Rocket Man came back begging, and.
Right.
Now they're going to have this thing, apparently, because there is no... Because Mattis was over there, or he met somebody. I don't know if he was over there.
I know Pompeo was over there.
But no, Mattis was there, this week. Or
he was?
week.
He was probably scoping this fucking place out.
And he said there will be no... There has to be total... For us to have any sort of negotiation or deal with these people, there is going to be, they're going to get rid of their nuclear shit.
Right. And it's pretty well accepted that they have at least shit that will blow up, if not, really go that far in a missile. I think they got the technology to blow shit up, but not the technology to deliver it. I think that's the deal.
Well...
Which is funny because you figure that you'd figure out how to deliver it first because it's just missiles. You know what I mean? But they got the fucking atom splitting thing down, it turns out. I wonder if that means that everyone's going to get cheaper or electricity, not cheaper. They don't even have electricity over there. You look at the fucking globe at night and fucking North Korea is just a black hole.
Right.
Even South Korea is all lit up and China's all lit up.
No,
along the coast,
going
anyway.
on.
Nothing going on in North Korea at night, man. Just a lot of fucking candles and people fucking shaking by their fireplace.
Starving to death.
Yeah. I picture a lot of ashen skin. Fucking, nobody bathes because why the fuck would you want to bathe in cold water? You can't fucking boil enough water for a bath every day. You know what I mean? So you're lucky to get a bath a week, I'm sure. And that is fucking, by definition, third world shit. You know what I mean? That was us 150 years ago. They're just, obviously they have cities and highways and, skyscrapers and shit, but for the most... Well, Pyongyang was on the way to being a modern city, and they kind of put the kibosh on it. But
I don't think there's anybody there.
Right.
Unless there's an event.
There's certainly nobody commuting to work. We'll put it that way.
I have no idea.
Nobody works.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do.
They grow potatoes.
I don't know how
alfalfa.
I don't know how they survive other than China giving them shit.
Yeah,
China
giving
paying
them a lot
them
of
to
shit.
Not develop things, which they just fucking lie through their teeth. I don't think there's a North Korean export of anything. Certainly not into the Western world.
Yeah,
that's legal.
All them nice Korean fucking electronics you got 10 years ago wasn't coming from North Korea. We'll put it that way. Everything's Chinese now. So Korea took a little hit on that too, but they're still doing good. South Korea still does great in the whole international trade thing,
Yeah, and I think they're still making electronics.
Yeah, they're just not making. They were Like now, everything is literally Chinese. Look, remember, like 30 years ago, it was all Japanese. You know what I mean? For a little while, it was Korean, but yeah, no, they still do fine. You know what I mean? I can't think of the companies off the top of my head, but there's still a couple Korean companies that are, noticeable names.
I remember when Japanese stuff used to be garbage.
Yeah, and then it got to be good.
That's how long ago. And I'm talking about when I was like 7 years old.
Yeah, and that's when the German shit was good. Are we talking about electronics or everything?
Everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Japanese cars were a joke.
Well, anything
and now they're wonderful.
Made in Japan was fucking horrible.
It's just not fair.
And then China went through the same thing. I bought a Vice shortly after I moved into this house from China. And it looked nice, and I put it on top of a workbench that I had somewhere, probably where the bathroom is now. And I put something on it and hit it with a hammer, and the vise broke in half.
I bought a bunch.
They made real shit for a while.
I bought a bunch of audio adapters 10, 15 years ago from Hong Kong, and not one of them worked.
Well, Hong Kong's a different place, though, you know.
Well, I know, but it's China, man. I know it's not
Did
the
they
mainland.
pull it in from?
I don't know. It came from Hong Kong. I'm assuming they pulled it in from the mainland somewhere.
And they've been making good shit in Thailand for a long time.
Yeah. Again, that was
Thailand's been going for, they're in the realm of the Japanese because Thailand is what's that deal we have with the Chinese? We don't say Thailand's part of China, but we don't say that it's not.
Right.
One of those stupid fucking things.
Right.
So we don't recognize the president of Thailand. Like, didn't Trump get in trouble because he took a call from the president of Thailand? Remember that?
I thought that was Taiwan.
Taiwan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right.
Taiwan.
Fucking. Yeah. Taiwan is. If you are from Taiwan, you're Chinese. You know what I mean? If you're from fucking. God. What's that fucking island with an O in Japan? Oh, if you're from Okinawa,
Yeah.
you're Japanese, all right? You're not Okinawan.
And you probably know karate.
Well, I mean, is that the deal?
Yeah, Okinawa's
The birthplace of that type of...
lot of martial arts going on in Okinawa.
That's karate, and then kung fu is Chinese, and it's the same fucking thing.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Empty-handed, whatever.
So I spun a track off my big excavator today.
Oh, no.
Never done that before.
I mean, how'd you do that, Joe?
I don't know. It's never happened. It just came off.
All right. While you were working?
Yeah, I
Or had you even got to the heavy work yet? Did it
no,
just spin
everything.
off
I was towards the end.
when you were pulling it off the fucking trailer, or
No. I had dug the septic system, and I had Alan and Bill working on that.
oh, that's right, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, and they, including anybody that I've ever had, just can't do the stick and the laser. They just can't.
Because it sucks. That's why.
Is that why?
Yeah, it's just awful. It's just not a good way to pass the time.
Why is it awful?
For me, I believe it's a I don't fucking care about this stick and this fucking dirt being level. I can't find myself to even start caring about it.
Well,
so I'm therefore 100%.
So here's what I did.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask them to get into the main hole.
Yeah.
We put the tank in. We had to make sure that was at a certain elevation. But I dug the main hole because that doesn't really matter. And I didn't ask any of them. I was waiting for one of them to go, hey, you want me to get in the hole and see if it's level? And I just dug the whole hole. no pun intended, and then I just fucking left and went to the other house. I told Alan where to put the infiltrators here, 2 rows, and make them level. And if they're not level, dig. And well,
So hopefully it was close.
it was close.
Yeah.
It's always close.
Yeah. The thing is it's going to be close whether they stick it or not. So there it is.
Well, if somebody got in there that actually gave a fuck, we could make it perfect.
Nobody
but
cares.
Chris Butler can do it.
Well, of course he can.
Nobody else can do it.
Nope. I'm not even going to pretend that I can because
No,
I never even tried.
You're terrible.
Yeah.
You would just jam the fucking stick into the ground 5 inches until
it got to the fucking light.
Right.
You know,
and you go, good.
Or hold it up 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah,
You know what
good.
I mean? Can we get out? Can I get out of the fucking hole yet? Because I'm going to have to use a shovel to fucking level the infiltrator anyway.
I think
Doesn't matter how level this is.
they should have a
never works
degree
out.
program on
The stick.
how to rake fucking, how to level dirt.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I haven't found anybody yet other than Chris Butler that can actually do it.
Well, there's other landscapers who can do it. They got to do it every day.
Yeah,
You
but
can make
this
it
isn't
awkward.
this isn't a landscaping deal.
No, but I'm saying
This
there
is
are other guys who can rake.
It's an excavation thing.
The
You don't even
stick
need to
thing.
rake. You just need to hold tell me where to dig. Does something need to come out? Does something need to
Yeah.
go back?
And then you go, yeah, take out like 3 inches, and then you take out like 7 inches. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a big
Next.
machine.
Well, that's the thing. That's why it's like, why even bother? Why the fuck bother? Because
you
can't
have to
take out 3 inches with that fucking thing. You
Yeah,
can't
I
do
can.
it.
And I can put it back. You just have to be going. You got to be going.
Yeah.
And they stand there with the stick and they measure one spot and then they stare at me. And I go, why don't you measure 15 spots around you while I'm digging, you
Right.
fucking moron.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and then you go, all right, well, you're a little high over here, but you're a little low over here. Here you're good. Here you're good. Over there, you're a little high, and over here, you're low.
you know what? Just fucking dig. Get the shovel.
Right.
You want to dig.
Yeah, that's all.
So I left a big lump of sand.
Is
at
there
the
any
very
way you
end.
can shut the fucking machine off and leave the job site?
Right.
Thank you. Just go.
So I went over there and I'm watching them dig the big fucking lump of sand I left there
Well,
on purpose.
a fucking huge rock that you know that they're not going to be able to dig out. You can see
No,
it
no,
peeking
I didn't
through.
leave didn't leave many big rocks. Can't do it because I want to. I want to.
Well, you got to get it done, man.
Yeah, I want them to finish it.
Yeah, you got to get it done. There doesn't seem to be a fucking magic recipe for that one, other than you got to hire someone who actually cares. That's all.
I don't believe that person exists.
There gotta be somewhere. Someone has to have someone sticking something correctly. Somewhere, somebody must have one, right? There's gotta be
I don't know,
a
man.
17 or 18-year-old kid who's wicked good at it. You know what I mean? And he's working for his old man or something. His old man's digging, and the kid's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make this
Well,
shit
it's
level
because
for
the old
dad."
man will fucking beat him. if he
Yeah,
doesn't.
maybe. Well, that too.
But I don't know.
It's fucking tough leveling Earth, man. Speaking of the old president and people getting offended, and I don't like this phenomenon, and I never understood it, and I'm a sports guy. The whole team that won the championship goes and visits the president. Have you ever seen these photo opportunities over the last 20 or 30 years? It started with like Reagan. Reagan called somebody
Vaguely.
and said, I'm going to invite you guys to the White House. And they go like 8 months after they win the championship, and half the team's different, and it might be a new president. And well, Trump invited the Eagles, who beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl a couple months ago. And,
Yeah.
literally, I don't know what it was. 70% of the guys were opting out of it because of this whole new thing with the NFL's rule that you just cannot kneel on the field during the fucking anthem. You don't have to be on the field, but you come out on the field and you stand. You take your fucking hat off and you stand. You know what I mean?
So
And the president was all in favor of it. The fucking NFL Players Union, which is the weakest of all fucking players unions, made a stink. So a lot of the players are opting out of that type of extracurricular team activity. So like 70% of the Eagles are like, we're not going. 30% of them were going to go. The white guys, basically. All the white players were going to go. And, probably one or two Bobby Whitbread fucking Republican voting brothers. And fucking Trump went, you know what? Y'all just stay home. Fuck all of you.
Well,
he goes, I don't want to do the photo opportunity with a third of the team. You know what I mean? I want to do a photo opportunity with all of you. So eat it. So that's fucking going on right now in the news too, which shows you it's kind of a slow news cycle, Joe. When people are getting their panties in a snit about a bunch of football players not being, being disinvited to come. First they were invited, then disinvited.
Well,
it's a slow news cycle, and that just goes to show you that you cannot outwork Trump.
You know what? First of all, now it's known for sure that if you play football, you basically have a 95% of being fucking brain damaged.
Oh, yeah.
Almost 100%, but I'm going to say 95.
Dude, I only played in high school.
CTE, your fucking brain is fucked.
I only played in high school, and I got about 4 concussions in 3 years, and I think it fucked me up. I've hit my head a few times since then, but I got my fucking bell rung, and I'll tell you right now.
You probably have CTE.
Well, I don't know if I have CTE, but I'm telling you, that's how little I played. These cats play from the time they're 7 years old until they retire from football at 30.
They're talking about like kids that played Pop Warner and that's it.
Oh, really?
Have fucking CTE.
Oh, so now I hear you. Well, so these guys definitely have it.
Oh, yeah.
My wife,
like 100%.
My wife, by the way, is beginning to understand that I've hit my head a lot in my life because I forget everything. And we're not talking about convenience, which I still feign sometimes.
So here's a sport
where
these people are glorified for running into one another and moving a ball down the fucking field. And most of them are morons. Tom Brady.
It's the most capitalist of all activities, Joe.
Tom Brady could light his cock on fire, burn his wife to death in the middle of the street, and I could care less.
You are not a sports fan?
I don't give a fuck.
Unfortunately, most American males, like 85% of them, follow at least one hometown sports team.
So if you follow football, what you're following is a bunch of guys who are playing who now know that they are becoming more and more brain damaged as they play.
I don't think it's any different than fucking motorsports, where you're.
What are you talking about?
You
don't get a concussion.
No, you get dead. You get dead in motorsports. Although I got to say that NASCAR, they got to figure it out, man. Them cars roll around and at 200, and those guys get popped.
Oh, these guys aren't dying that often.
No, not since Dale Earnhardt.
And they certainly don't get concussions on a regular basis.
No, you're right. You're right about
guys
that. It's different. It's a different. I know what you're saying.
What it is a sport that in 20 years is going to be gone.
You've been saying that for a while now, and our daughters we have a bet that one of our daughters will reap the benefit of $1. Do you remember that? See, you've hit your head a lot, too. We made a bet in, like, show 8 or 9. I said there will be an NFL in 20 years, and you said no.
Well, there might be an NFL, but it's going to be...
And I put $2 in an envelope over here.
I believe the level of play is going to drop because people aren't putting their kids... They're not starting them off.
So what are they going to do, play baseball?
It's becoming anti-football. Only morons would put their kids into football now.
Can you be open-minded for 30 seconds on this?
I am open-minded about it.
If you don't have a fucking clue what you're talking about.
If you
don't have a shred of a fucking clue.
If you put your kid into football right now, you're a fucking moron.
Well, that I'm not going to dispute.
You're a moron.
But what I'm saying is people will continue to do it.
You should have your child taken away from you.
Well, people are going to continue to do it. Football will never be regulated out of business. It will never be regulated out. What you're looking for is to regulate something out of business.
No, I don't want to regulate anything.
They have fucking bare-knuckle fucking fights on fucking pay-per-view now again.
Bare-knuckle fights?
Yeah, I'm just saying, they got that.
Well,
now, I know
I don't think
they
they
say...
should have that either. No. You're missing the whole point. The deal with football is that people are not. The feeder system is dying, meaning kids.
Oh, the feeder system. I think you said the feeder.
Meaning the kids that
Yeah, Pop Warner goes away, right?
that goes away, and then the people aren't going into high school football,
Right.
and then they're not going into college football, and they're getting people that just
There will always be a feeder system, and it'll be where it's still.
go-
I'm telling you right now. Listen, Florida,
you're gonna
fucking
be,
Texas,
you play football,
California,
you're going to be brain damaged.
all the places where there's high concentrations of people, you will never, ever, ever eradicate the youth football systems there. It's ingrained in society. You will
Oh,
never.
good.
That's where all these kids come from. They come from Florida, Texas, California, New York City, Chicago, Miami. You know what I mean? All the metropolitan areas.
I don't
And
think they cover. They play a lot of football in Texas. I don't.
Florida is.
Do they come from New York City?
There are a lot of kids who play from New York. Yeah. Just because there's a lot of people in New York, that's all.
Maybe.
But Florida, the warm climates, they fucking train all year long. They play fucking football all year long. These kids in Pop Warner or whatever play on a town team and a travel team and a local team. They play all year long like our kids play hockey. You know how our kids play hockey all year?
You can continue to get on that field and get brain damage,
Yeah, probably.
and you can
What do you
own 73 jet skis,
What
and
I'm
a big
saying-
old boat.
Yeah, but you're never gonna. That's
17
the problem.
fucking
And
houses.
I understand. That's what you're saying is now you're looking to be the 1 in 10 million people who started out playing, who's looking to do it for a living. You're never going to have a job, so why do it? I don't know. It's a fun game. I don't know. I'm with you on that. I know where you're coming from on that. But what I'm telling you is it's never going away, ever. And, yeah, maybe it should be looked at, but then the game wouldn't be the same.
I'm not talking about regulating. I think if you're a moron and you want to play it, go ahead.
No.
As long as they tell you up front, you're going to be fucking brain
That
damaged.
what do you think? So what do you think the percentage is? What are they saying? Like people who either have been diagnosed or not. Like out of all the people who played football over a certain amount of time, how many are coming down with this brain injury shit?
It's
half? Is it more than half?
No. It's literally like
everybody.
fucking 100%.
100%. Everybody's fucking brain's been rattled
Yeah,
around.
I mean, if you get 5 concussions, you have CTE, basically.
I have it then because I'm fucked.
So, I mean, it's just,
And I'll tell you right now,
it's absolutely, and it affects people differently. Some guys don't at 55, forget who they are and forget where they live.
slammed my head in a couple car accidents too,
But there was a woman that basically started this, and they almost fucking she was close to being executed, because when you have someone like Roger Goodell, who again is one of the I want to say he's probably one of the dumbest fucking human beings I've ever seen.
He's actually brilliant.
He's not brilliant. He's a fucking drooling idiot. No, I'm good. But he's just. I mean, how do you answer that? It's not like half. It's fucking
Everyone.
98%, 95, 98%.
I was in my storage unit the other day trying to dig out a fucking tent for that graduation party. And I'm digging, and I forgot that I fucking had a stack of fucking speakers, like literally a stack 10 feet high. And I fucking knocked some fucking heavy, like from the late 60s, early 70s, one of the original bookshelf speakers, but it's like this, and it's made of like walnut, solid walnut. That fucking thing cracked on top of my head after a 3-foot fall. I fucking almost passed out. I was like, I haven't hit my head that hard in a while, but I saw fucking stars.
Oh, yeah.
And I swear to Christ, since Saturday when that happened, I'm fucking dull. I feel dull. I mean, I've gotten everything done that I've set out to accomplish.
Well, when I hit myself in the head with a crowbar over here that still has the dent in the side of my head.
Did you see stars?
Oh, yeah.
It's like
That was a good one.
purple lightning and stars. It's literally like in the fucking cartoons.
I'm looking
you know?
down going, what is it, fucking raining in here? What's all these little red drops all over the place?
Jesus
bleeding
Christ.
like a fucking pig. I
Hey.
mean, that it was like a 5-foot crowbar under extreme pressure that just let loose, and I was putting tracks back on the track loader, and it just fucking snapped back and hit me right in the head.
Awful.
And I was like, my wife's like, you gotta go to the hospital. I'm like, go down to CVS and get some of those fucking butterfly Band-Aids. We're gonna be
It'll
good.
be fine. And some fucking Neosporin.
Yeah.
Something. A little salve.
I mean,
You know.
we're gonna go and you're gonna get stitches. Fuck that.
Speaking of stitches,
I'm gonna go watch TV.
you see the story about there was a pastor doing fucking baptisms in a river?
Did he drown someone?
No, it was in Australia.
Yeah.
And a crocodile came by and fucking ate him.
That
right in front of the flock.
That is great.
Talk about that. You're going to feel that in the morning. Well, he wasn't feeling anything in the morning because the thing fucking killed him and dragged him off and fucking ate him. What kind of fucking message is that for our young listeners? I don't know.
You know, I was thinking
Maybe
about
you should
these.
avoid the river fucking baptism.
I'm glad you mentioned it because I was thinking about these cults that they've had over the years, and now I can actually understand why people that have not found the answers to life, which most people haven't,
Right.
and somebody comes along and they seem to have it all figured out and shit. But at what point do you? I always would think that when it comes around, when the guy says, "Now God told me that I have to fuck your wife and your kids,"
And it happens.
and you would think you'd go,
You go, gee,
I don't know, maybe this isn't really,
gee, Reverend Koresh.
maybe this isn't, maybe this isn't for me.
Yeah.
But nope, he had to fuck everybody's wife.
Gee, Brother Manson, I don't know if I'm into that.
I don't know.
That's actually kind of like that whole. That's the other thing. Not just that type of cult, but that fucking. What do they call them? They're not technically Mormons, but they're fundamentalist Mormons. The guys who have the fucking, the fucking not plantation, but the compound with the fucking.
Oh, with the 17
the
wives.
17 wives, and their sons have 10 wives, and like 6 families live there, and there's fucking 128 grandchildren, and that happens, man.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. And it's like,
I think we should leave them the hell alone.
and it's like they take other guys' wives and daughters. They just will take someone. If you're in charge, you can just take somebody's. It's like fucking Arabia.
Well, no, you're there was that Jeffs guy.
Yeah, Warren Jeffs.
Yeah, he's a bad example. There have been Mormons that have lived a polygamous lifestyle, and they've been doing it since
Yeah, and
whenever fucking
and it's a happy family. I know. What
and
you're saying.
everything's going
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and there's people who.
This guy was a demented fuck.
Yeah, no, but there's plenty of that. Oh my God, who's that? I never seen this show.
And tell me something: is having 2 wives? What's more normal, having 2 wives, or being a couple fags that are married?
Totally having 2 wives is way more normal.
Yeah, I mean, of course it is.
It's actually probably. That's why I've always told you, Joe, marriage is bullshit, and you're agreeing with me in your own weird way.
No, I'm not. I'm
totally agreeing that marriage is
it's a
bullshit.
man and 2 women, or 3.
It can be as long as it's a man and
Well,
a
they've
woman
been-
or 2 or 3.
There are cultures, and you got the Arabs marrying 15 women.
It's because it's not. Marriage is bullshit. It's what it is you can be with one person your whole life, or you can be with more than one person if you want. That's all. Marriage is a man-made fucking weird fucking thing. It's not for everybody. It's not for certainly not for guys who think they're married to 7 or 8 women. You're not married to 7 or 8 women. You're married to none of them. You know what I mean?
I don't know. They stay faithful to the guy, and
For the most part. I mean, I'm sure that's the other thing.
they might be eating each other.
Well, that's I was going to say, but Jesus Christ, by the time you're 60, your oldest wife is 60, and your youngest wife is 19. Maybe some of the middle ones are eating each other's box, but...
And plus, what's going on with the kids,
Oh, man. What must those houses smell like, first of all? You know what I mean?
I think they're pretty tidy, those Mormons.
I'm pretty sure that place smells like a shitty diaper at all times. You know what I mean? And yeah, shit diaper and
that's terrible.
Fucking cabbage or something, because that's what you got to feed that fucking brood. Everyone's not eating fucking filet mignon tonight, son. We're having more cabbage, and everyone's farting up a storm, and all the babies got shitty diapers. On that note, we're going to take a quick break.
Shitty diapers?
refreshed and all of that type of thing. And hey, the fucking Supremes were in the news today. Did you see? We don't get to talk about them much, and I know you, like me, you're fascinated not just by the Supreme Court, but the people who are in it and the whole...
Oh, I thought you were talking about Diana Ross.
No, I'm talking about the fucking 9 people who make up the highest court of the land, and they ruled on a situation that was near and dear to you. Not near and dear, but you had great interest in. They ruled in favor 7-2, which MSNBC called a narrow victory. 7-2 is narrow. In the whole gay cake thing in Colorado.
7-2, which way?
In favor of the baker.
Oh.
Now,
do you know
what they ruled on was that the Colorado Civil Rights Commission ruled incorrectly, is basically what they said. But it's in favor of this guy. You know what I mean? They said that the Colorado Civil Rights Commission didn't have the right to rule against this guy and fucking, fine his business or whatever they did.
I don't know that much about.
They said that that Civil Rights Commission violated his rights under the First Amendment.
What happened with the? There was one in the Illinois one, right? I don't remember where
Jesus,
that.
I thought they were both in Denver.
No, there was an Illinois fucking cake person.
Oh, I don't know.
Those were the two.
I know
two
nothing
fat
about it.
slobs went in there, and they wanted to get a cake.
Yeah, I think this was 2 guys.
And they had been, and I shouldn't say that, 2 fat slobs. They had been
2012, by the way.
They had been customers before of these people. And they came in and they bought stuff from them, and when they decided they wanted to get married, they came in and asked if they would make them a wedding cake, in which they said in good... here's the thing about the homosexual shit and the gays and the lesbians, which I'm all fine with, but now what you want to do is you want to take away other people's rights because you want to suck a dick or jump into a muff. And religion has been let's put it this way, this country and a lot of other countries were founded basically on the need for religious freedom. So as much as a lot of people are like rolling their eyes and going, all this, and I'm not a religious person. I don't go to church or anything.
Same here.
I do believe in God, though.
I don't.
I don't know. I couldn't give you an
But
abstract.
I believe in everybody's right to believe in God, by the way.
Yeah, so do I. And
Except for Allah. If you believe in Allah, fuck you.
Well, you can even believe in Allah.
Oh, and bathe, please.
But,
you fucking stinky Arab motherfucker.
You want to take away somebody else's right. And I don't know. It's just this whole, that's why I wanted to do that thing on the pronouns. And
I like that one, man. Je and that and der.
Well, and the other thing is, and I didn't finish this. I don't think I summed this up on my little Joe show thing. If there was the debate that I mentioned. Did you go? You didn't watch it, did you? You didn't have time.
No, man.
I mean, it's a 2-hour debate. I mean, you got to sit there and you can listen to it. You don't have to watch it.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to it in the car or something.
Here's the thing about white privilege. Now, I believe that if you're white in the United States, then by default, you will most likely get more breaks than a black person. Mm-hmm. I believe that. That's true.
Black people have a gripe, man.
They really do. They do. However, if you are going to... One of the things that Jordan Peterson brought up during the debate, which he didn't want to bring up because Mike Dyson immediately went to race because he's a black guy.
Right.
And he's an intelligent black guy. However, the English guy that was on Peterson's side basically called him a snake oil salesman.
Right.
A pulpit snake oil salesman. Which I don't think he liked at all.
Fuck him. If you know what I mean. If you're gonna dish it out, you got to take it, son.
Yeah, well, he took it, and he took it bad. But the deal is 65% of the country's white. What is your end game? Where do you think you're going to get by saying white privilege? Do you follow what I'm saying?
Well, they think that they're going to magically bring you around to their way of thinking.
Meaning, and I tried to do some, how do you quantify it? Okay, I've got white privilege. So how much did that help me? I grew up, say, and I'm not saying like a person saying, all right, I grew up poorer than you. To a black person. I'm white. So how much of my success, or whatever you want to call it, your station in life is due to white privilege? So somehow you have to be able to quantify it. And then you got to do things like, and I don't think I did this very well in my one-man show, where, okay, well, the Jews are Caucasian, and they basically lost half their people in the Holocaust. And the Jews are some of the most successful white people, are more successful than, as a group, than all other white people.
Yeah.
Okay? So they must be wildly privileged, but now, how do you discount their white privilege put against the Holocaust?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then Asians have Asian privilege because, and my daughter was telling me this, because when they're hiring computer engineers, if you get an Asian or an Indian or a Paki, because the Indians and the Pakistan,
The same thing.
they're the same people.
One's a Hindu and one's a Muslim.
Yeah.
They're the same race.
They're the same people.
It's just like Arabs and Israelis. They're the same
When
people.
they see,
one's a Muslim and one's
they see one of the
fucking Jew.
names, they immediately, there's a bias there. They think that these people are smarter than, they're better engineered than a white person. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
So now they have a privilege over the whites.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
now, are we going to have to get into like the Asian privilege and the Indian Pakistani privilege? Like, where is this all going to fucking end up? And it's
going to end up with the number one most hammered group continuing to get hammered, and that's white males.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work like that. See, they tried that. They tried to win a president. I'm going to give you the answer. The answer
They're going to
is
stay with that tact, by the way.
the answer is they're going to end up with Donald Trump's.
Yeah, beautiful.
Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton ran on that. She ran on the identity politics. And now, being the worst, not only the most evil, vicious whore cunt
Never
ever,
mind a really bad candidate.
and an awful candidate.
Just a horrid person.
But they ran on that.
A murderer, actually. A murderer.
And her husband is a legit rapist.
Bill Clinton loves raping people.
He fucking loves it.
He loves it.
He just loves raping people.
And he looks like some weird fucking mashup of Heat Miser and that fucking lady holding her head screaming on the bridge in that picture. And he looks awful.
I gotta say it.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Go ahead.
Because it looks... He's got a little bit of guilt going on in them eyes.
Yeah.
He's been fucking Chelsea.
Oh,
No question about it.
You think Chelsea spreads for her dad?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, hey, you think that little fucking critter she's got there might be his?
It fucking very well could be. And the husband is sticking a fucking finger in Bill's ass while he's fucking his daughter.
Oy vey. What a
No question.
By the way, Chelsea's not a good-looking girl.
Well, you know.
She is, however,
if you
an earner.
put enough
She's an
bags. Put enough bags over her fucking head.
I don't know, man.
No. But what was I talking about?
I don't know. You were talking about Bill Clinton and...
Oh, the identity shit.
Yeah, identity politics.
It's going to fail. It's going to fail because there's no solution to it.
Yeah.
There's no way to quantify it.
Right.
So why have the argument? And what you do is you piss off white people.
Yeah, well, it's their whole thing coming unraveled.
And
it's their whole thing.
If you piss off the majority population, then it's not doing you any good.
No, because they're going to find something to get unified over, and that's you.
Right.
You know?
Well, and
we are unanimous that we don't want Hillary Clinton
but
for
I'm
president.
all for it's better to be put like there's black disenfranchisement. Absolutely. But you don't want to tell somebody that they're privileged who is a fucking coal miner who just lost his job and his
his
roof
lung
just blew off his fucking trailer.
And he's on one lung.
His wife is so fat they have to lift her out of the fucking section where the roof blew off with a crane.
Either that or take the picture window out.
Yeah.
To get her fat ass fucking crated.
Right. And
loaded onto a fucking long bed.
This guy is not thinking he's privileged.
Yeah, right.
So you got some guy coming along going, well, you've got white privilege. And he's like, he's got no fucking teeth. Right. All his neighbors are dead from oxycodone.
You know what he does have?
It's not good.
It's
not working.
Is registration to vote. That's what he does have.
He's going to go and vote against anyone
who calls him privileged.
Privileged.
No matter what else they're fucking selling or talking about.
Or deplorable.
About. Yeah, right. Yeah.
You can call me privileged. You can call me deplorable. And I'm voting against you.
He's voting for...
And you're going away.
Voting for whatever the other choice is. And this time it just happened to be a guy who's going to outwork anyone anyway. So, hey,
right.
Love him or hate him, Donald Trump is a hard worker. I don't care what you say. You can all hold your breath until you're fucking blue and jump up and down.
Right.
The guy's qualified, and he's doing a great job.
I love Donald Trump just shows that the people in the country we're in an anti-intellectual bent.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying, Al?
Which means anti-college professor bent.
No, it's anti-fucking asshole wine drinker cunt.
Right.
Fucking douchebag bent.
Although all you ladies out there, keep drinking your wine, baby. Just keep drinking.
It's unbelievable. Bush Sr. used to call them the fucking wine drinkers.
Right.
That was the name he called. Why do you do that?
Oh, I was going to throw them out. Just getting the last couple drops out. I don't want your bag to get all wet.
The bag's fucking wet.
I mean, you got nothing else to talk about?
I'm going to talk about you putting... See, Al puts the cans in the sink upside down, and he leaves them there. And then it smells like fucking horse piss when you get in there the next day.
It smells like beer.
Where if you just dump the rest of the fucking little swill and then you throw it into the trash bag and you cover it up.
Yeah, you're right.
And you run the water a little bit, and then it doesn't smell like fucking...
It's way over there, though. I'll tell you
dog piss. Well, no, you don't have to do it now. You just put them up on the counter and you run the water a little, and everything's good. At 55... Well, I'm not 55 yet. 54, I have to teach my 50-year-old pal how to fucking clean.
Oh, my God. You don't have a fucking clue how to clean a thing.
No, I know.
You're the biggest pig I've ever met.
I shouldn't have got into that.
Jesus Christ. Never mind just chippy and disorderly.
No, I'm not.
I'm
disorganized. I'm not a pig.
Stuck piss on the floor and pubic hair everywhere.
No, I'm not. There's a difference between clutter and filth.
Yeah, well, you're adept at both.
No, I'm not filthy.
I got a feeling
I'm cluttery.
that the next time you declutter the fucking cabana and then wipe it down, whatever you're wiping it down with is going to be dark brown, not fucking light brown.
Well, my cabana's a fucking mess.
That's a shithole.
It really needs to be cleaned.
It is what it is, though.
I got a customer coming at 9:15 tomorrow.
Are you going to clean up a little?
I was gonna.
At least the yard is kind of decluttered, it looks like.
I mowed everything with my fucking new mower.
I mean, you got a little project going on back here. It ain't too bad. Yeah, it's not that bad around here. The office, though, is... I mean, is someone coming to buy what?
It's the woman buying the house.
Oh, okay.
She may buy both.
Oh, my God.
I don't know why.
Why not? God love her. So why is she coming?
To give me a big check.
Oh, wow. No bank, huh?
No. She's got a bank, but she's giving me a big check for extras. She
well, that's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll stick around for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll clean though.
Nah, no need to clean. She's already gonna have the check written, probably.
So
I mean, did you make her go get a bank check?
No,
well,
I don't care about that.
Maybe she is gonna pop out the old checkbook while she fucking stares at your balls.
No, she's very nice, but she told the concrete
Talking
guy
to the
that
mic.
she's gonna buy the other. She's gonna buy the other house.
Which area is this again?
Old Sandwich Road.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
nothing wrong with that.
I don't know.
Good for you. You're on fire, dude.
I don't know.
It's a good time of year to be on fire. I'll tell you that. It's just starting to get nice again. You got a good 5 months of fucking building and more ahead of you. If you fucking... Well, nah, that's about it. It's already June 1st. Can you believe it?
It's June 5th.
In 3 weeks, we'll be... in 3.5 weeks, we'll be halfway through the fucking year already. It seems like it was just Christmas. I know it's crazy. By the way, Snoop hosts the fucking match game now. Snoop Dogg hosts the
Does
match.
he really?
Yeah. The joke is wild. I'm sorry. It's the joke is wild. They put a spin on it. He's doing more than one. He's been all over the place. It turns out that Snoop is actually kind of a smart guy.
Snoop,
he's very smart.
I always knew this guy's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
He's not just like intelligent. He's brilliant.
Yeah, he's like scary bright.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's a
he even
businessman.
speaks well.
He speaks great. Oh my God! If you don't listen to Stern no more, maybe someone posted it up on YouTube because you can get Stern again on YouTube now.
Yeah.
He was on 2 weeks ago, long term, because his guest, since he's been on Sirius, as you know, it's a little more long term, long form, but especially since Artie's been gone, which is already, Jesus Christ, almost 10 years.
I was going to say 6 or 7.
Yeah, but anyway, the interviews in the middle of the show, he gets like two guests a week now because he only does 3 shows, and they're all long form. It's an hour and a half, sometimes hour and 45 minutes, commercial free. And he just has that. And he only gets the best guests now. He doesn't fuck around. Like he had on Gwyneth Paltrow last week. Maybe you're not into Gwyneth Paltrow. Great guest. Just very comfortable. Talk about anything. Has an opinion. Is funny. Snoop's the same way.
And she's a fucking freak, though.
She's a babe is what she is. She's a 100%
No, she's very attractive.
Babe and
but
a catch.
She's got this website. You can go on and she has all these opinions on how you should live and shit.
By the way, that website is making her money.
Oh no shit!
It's called. She got funding from. She got funding from a group of venture capitalists, and she's been turning down offers for it. It's like an online magazine.
But she has how to wipe your ass properly.
Oh yeah, all of that.
Or. How to fucking tuck a hemorrhoid back into your asshole.
She has 80 full-time employees at that. 80. That's not bad. That's a good little business.
Well, is she acting in anything?
Yeah, she does. She tries to do a project a year still. A major movie, and she still looks for the little artsy roles in between that don't take up too much time, but might get an Oscar.
but she got divorced from the
singer Chris Martin from Coldplay. That wasn't a divorce, Joe. That was a conscious uncoupling. That's what that was.
Oh, who initiated that?
The two of them together.
Yeah, but somebody must have said, "Hey, I'm fucking done with this."
I think it was her.
She's like 5 or 6 years older than him.
she said that it just got to the point where she didn't want to have dinner with him. He didn't want to have dinner with her. They weren't, even when they weren't around each other much, and when they were, they didn't want to hate each other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They named their kid Apple.
Well, I think there are other people named Apple out there. Not many, but yeah, I will.
And I'm trying.
That is a strike against old Gwyneth.
I'm trying not to be judgmental.
No, listen. What are you, that special? Your daughter's got to be named Apple?
No.
How
you
about
can
Abigail?
name your kid Apple.
I guess.
Hey, Apple's great. But what kind of a nickname are you gonna get?
Appy?
Rotten Apple? Just fucking rotten?
Red Delicious?
You know,
Granny Apple?
Worm Apple? Fucking rotted apple?
Crab Apple?
Crab Apple?
Apple fuck? It doesn't really matter. But
It
yeah,
doesn't.
If you
No,
get
it doesn't.
If you get a chance, we got away from Snoop. If you
I'd
get a
like
chance,
to-
look up the Snoop interview, man. Great
If I
stuff.
ever have another kid, I'm gonna name him Cantaloupe.
Why not? How about watermelon?
Because I can call him Cunty.
There you go. Conte.
For
Cunty
Cantaloupe. What do you think?
I think that he'll probably have some sort of fucking issue. What's
High
the
school
word?
suicide, for sure.
Not that. What do you call that? The complex. He'll end up with a complex.
Cantaloupe.
Conti the cantaloupe.
No, Cantaloupes.
Did you you don't know who this broad Kate Spade is that everyone's all up in arms about her dying,
some
do you?
fashion designer.
Yeah, I have
Who
no
cares?
idea about that.
No,
I
I
didn't know
mean,
if maybe you knew
I
her
don't
from
mean
through your
who
wife or
cares.
what.
I guess there's people that care. I thought it was David Spade.
I know. At first, I was like, Spade
I'm
dies.
like,
I'm
Jesus.
like, no.
And it said hung with a scarf, and I'm like, oh, he must have done the auto asphyxiation fucking thing.
Yeah,
and
he
killed
pulled-
himself.
Yeah, he pulled a Robin Williams or
And then I'm looking at the picture,
David
and I'm
Carradine.
going, that's not David Spade. And it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
some broad.
Just again.
So I was relieved, actually, because I kind of like David Spade.
I'd like to think that people have always been a little too hung up with celebrity death, but it seems like there's more celebrity death now because there are more and more people instantly getting reported dead who are semi-fucking celebrities. You know, it's like, ooh, who died? And it's like, I never even heard of this fucking woman. It's crazy.
No, I have no idea who
It's
she
just-
is.
As much
Never
as I
heard of her
love
before.
pop culture, and pop culture is a big, 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 big ball compared to the little ball it used to be 20 years ago or even 10 years ago. And it is because of instant news and social media and all that shit. But once in a while, you just got to scratch your fucking head. And the other thing is the whole, I know you hate the social media thing. I'm back off of the regular Facebook, and people just fucking bury their
don't-
faces in that
I don't
fucking
hate
phone.
it.
I do.
It's not a hate. It's just sort of
And it's a good way to brag.
I'm not
though.
interested
Yeah.
because it's all a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Because
So-
it's all
An affront.
everybody is putting their everything. Everyone's life is fucking perfect on
Best
Facebook.
face forward. Best face forward.
You know, Jenny and Donald are doing very well,
Right.
and the people in the know.
It's like
are
the holiday
going,
newsletter.
Yeah, but Mark just died of a fucking heroin overdose.
Yeah, right.
So it's, I don't know. And I'm not saying that look, we do this show. You know why I like this show? Because we're 100% fucking honest.
Right.
We're not lying. I mean,
Why would you? I'm not here to lie.
or make anything fucking rosier than it is. It is what it is. You got to be genuine.
Well, it's also kind of therapeutic. It's therapeutic in a strange way sometimes to come on and
Of course
talk
it
about
is.
shit that I would usually leave bottled up. Like, for instance, I got all fucking worked up. I can't help myself on weekends like this with my kids, and when they hit a milestone, I fucking tear up and well up a lot. You know what I mean?
Well, that's good.
I was welling up. I was welling up all weekend. My ex sent me a picture of me and Evan at his graduation, and then I'm like, "All right, that's cool. Do you have any more pictures?" And she sent me a couple pictures of my kids that I was almost sobbing over. I got to show you these two pictures.
You're not really going to show
The two, I got to show you that one. That's the two people who were arguing so much he punched the wall. You can see his fucking cast.
Yeah.
And she's full on squeezing him as hard as she can.
Is that your wife?
No, that's Charlena. So he's legit bending down to embrace his sister, and the look on his face is genuine. I love this person.
Of course,
you know.
It's his sister.
Yeah, it's amazing. So
yeah.
I don't know what my point is. My point is I'm a big pussy sometimes, but when it comes to my kids,
Why is it always a man's a pussy because he gets worked up about his children?
and then this is a simple picture of the two of them walking away from the graduation field that
Yeah.
Anya took from behind. But he's following his big sister,
Yeah.
and look, they fucking walk the same. It's crazy. Both their bodies are the
They
same
are.
shape. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny. So anyway, if we
Look,
didn't
your
have all
children
these,
are the most important and the only thing that you leave behind.
Yeah.
Unless, I always say, and there's probably a list, you cure cancer or, discover how to make cold fusion work. They're the only thing you leave behind that matters.
yeah.
Who gives a fuck whether I leave a couple hundred houses?
Oh no.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Somebody else would have done it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's nice that look, it's nice that you made places that people are going to live and their families are going to remember.
Yeah,
but
nobody's going to give a fuck. The only thing you leave behind, try not to leave an asshole on the planet. That's sort of like the goal, isn't it?
yeah.
And enjoy yourself.
Well, that's the other thing. I still think that I don't know about the whole nature nurture thing when it comes to people, because I think that there are truly some people that are born that there's nothing that you can do with them no matter how well you parent. But you can tell kids who have good parents also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not going to really raise, although there are really, my big boss, for instance, came from a broken family, and goddamn, he did pretty good for himself. You know what I mean?
Well,
Certainly didn't finish school.
but like you said, sometimes you just get a fucking bad egg.
Yeah, right. There's people who are
Just fucked.
bad people.
Dude.
And I don't even think it's chemical. I think they just are evil. There are evil people out there.
You just got...
And most of them are elected Democrat officials. They're evil fuckers.
No, I mean, I don't think it's because there's a gene. I think it's just a fucking random. It's the randomness of the universe that gives you some
Chaos theory.
evil fuck.
Speaking of, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Like, take Jeffrey Dahmer, for example. Now, I don't know whether that's,
It's pretty evil when you eat people. That's evil.
I don't know. Is it, though?
Yeah, it's evil.
Okay. I brought this up.
Joe, you haven't eaten anybody, have you?
Not willing.
Not lately.
That I know of.
That you know of. I could have, I guess. I mean, it's possible.
So,
A fucking casserole patty cooked last week.
one of these things I talk about, and I bring this up a lot, is that instead of adding to the Gitmo population, Barack Obama decided that instead of apprehending and putting these people in Gitmo, he's going to blow them up with drones. And if they happen to be with 30 people, well, so be it.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, Jeffrey Dahmer ate a few people. Which one is worse?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Say you kill
Jeffrey Dahmer's way worse.
20 people to get a guy.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Really?
Yeah, I am. I'm fine.
I'm not.
It's not like he
I'm not okay at all.
bombed
with that.
suburban Chicago or something.
No, and this is
Like
this
in
is,
Iran or something, right? Is it
This
Iran?
is absolute.
It's okay.
It's total fucking. I mean, talk about.
I think it's sound policy.
Is it xenophobia, racism? It's something. It's saying these people aren't worth as much.
Yeah, it's definitely disregard for those people. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
and
it's
which
total
is,
disregard.
by
for
the
their
way, isn't that
lives.
what we don't like about the terrorists? Is they just have disregard for a human life. You know what I mean? So what you're saying is Barack Obama is a terrorist.
Well, no, because George Bush got us into this thing, but they're all fucking terrorists.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day,
Terrorist is the wrong word. The president isn't a terrorist.
Somebody's got to make the fucking hard choices, man.
But the president,
They all had to do it. They've all done it.
they've all done it.
Bill
yeah.
Clinton had to do it. Poppy had to do it. Fucking George Bush Jr.
Bill
did
Clinton
it.
blew up an aspirin factory because he was getting his cock sucked somewhere, and he tried to use that as a
Diversion.
deterrent. Yeah,
A diversion.
tactic.
Was that in Serbia or something?
But we know already that Bill and Hillary Clinton are now they are definitely more evil than Jeffrey Dahmer.
They're certainly, if there is such a thing, going to hell. And I don't even believe in that. But if you do, they're going. Deal with it.
I'd like to see somebody eat Hillary Clinton on television while she's being bled to death from mosquitoes.
Yeah, you've been pimping that idea for a couple of weeks now. It's a good one. I like it.
How about she has?
That's got to be a
they
bad
got
way
some
to
sort
go,
of
dude.
a booth, right?
Yeah,
I already talked about the glass booth that they can pump the mosquitoes into.
yeah.
But one of her, from the knee down, one of her legs comes out, and they just sort of saw off pieces and throw it onto a grill.
Right.
And various Jeffrey Dahmer types come down. And
There
eat
you
it.
go. That's interesting. Ooh,
You know what I mean?
that's dark, man.
Isn't it?
That's dark stuff. And I'm not just talking about the idea. I'm talking about the meat that came off Hillary's leg.
Is that the
It was
dark
some
meat?
fucking gray meat, man.
Probably fatty too.
Oh my god, can
Kinda
you imagine?
fatty.
Not well marbled either. Just
No.
fucking big blob on the side of it.
Fucking cysts of fat.
I mean, again, you fucking if you singe something up enough and crisp it up, it's usually delicious. So somehow I think,
Put enough barbecue sauce on it, and you can fucking eat it.
hey, I mean, look at bacon, man. Bacon and be delicious. You know what I mean? And
It is.
that's just fucking meat with fat hanging off of it. You know what I mean? I eat it every day. It's part of my fucking diet. And it's been a staple of the American diet since the 1700s.
Well, if you cook bacon right, you can get most of the fat out of it.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's got fucking a ton of protein, right?
Well,
And
you don't
you
want to
eat it for
14
breakfast for a
pounds.
reason. No, you eat a couple pieces of it. You eat like an eighth of eat a couple ounces of the shit.
Hey, if you die a few years earlier,
Listen, you got to die of something.
Like
it
Jim
might as well
Jeffries
be
said-
bacon.
if they took beer and bacon away from me, I'd fly a plane into a fucking building.
Oh my God! Right?
Yeah.
I mean, those guys just wanted some bacon and some strippers. I guess they
And
got
some
strippers
beer.
the night before, but
I want some booze, some whores, and some bacon.
can you believe those guys got away with that? Holy shit! That was a long time ago already, man. I remember when they did the bells at whatever time the first plane hit. A month later, 30 days later, and you're like, wow, it's been 30 days already. Well, guess what? It's going to be 17 years in September.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Are they still reading out every fucking name? Are they still doing that?
Oh, I'm sure. And 17 years before
Jesus.
that, you were in college. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? It
I
was
know.
not long ago. So, 17 years ago was a long time, man. It's a whole fucking group of kids. Oh, my son was born in 2000.
I
September 9th, September 15th, 2000.
I still have a Boston Herald in the drawer out in my cabana from
Wow.
9/12/2001.
Interesting. I've saved a couple newspapers over my life, too. It usually coincided with somebody's birth or
I'm surprised
a sports thing.
that I haven't burned it or thrown it
Crazy.
away.
You know what I found at my grandfather's 10 years ago, and I still have it, was the New York Daily News from the day after, and 2 days after Kennedy.
No
Getting
shit.
killed. Yeah, I have all those.
Yeah,
New York
that
Daily
would be a
News
good
in a
one.
manila envelope. They're pretty yellowed up. I probably should have hermetically sealed them or whatever, but
Right.
you could still open up and read them. It's fucking wild, man. It's like history right there at the tip of your fingertips. That's why I still love. I don't read it often, but when I do, I consider it a fucking treat. If I buy myself a nice, hey, look, I know that the people who run it are fucking communist pinko douchebags. I still think the New York Daily News is a great American newspaper. I would rather read that than the Herald. The Herald sucks. It's fucking 3 pages long.
How could you read the New York Daily News over the New York Post, though?
Oh, no. You didn't let me finish.
Oh. The Post,
the greatest
fucking
newspaper
best.
in the history of mankind, is the New York Post.
Of course it is.
The New York Post, especially on Friday, when it's like 103 pages, and you know what I mean? It's just an amazing publication. They called the New York Times.
Post is just great.
Isn't it amazing? And it's got some bullshit in it, and it's entertaining, and it's pop culture.
It's way more down the middle than the fucking New York Times.
It's
now,
center right. It's center right.
Granted, they don't have the investigative journalism.
Yeah, but fuck investigative journalism. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, whoever's listening to me and you is not looking for investigative journalism. We're looking for
I'm telling you, I have
instant
a real problem
commentary.
with this. There are, and I'm not going Frank Bruni is one of them. And there's a couple others, and these are columnists, and they're all gay. And I got a problem with that because you're not going to be a down the middle fucking. And I'm not talking about these people are purported to be down the middle. When I say columnist, they are supposedly reporting shit that's, supposed to be for everybody's consumption so that they can understand what's going on. They're not so much a hard journalist. They're between an opinion and... Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not the op-ed page.
And... I don't know. Maybe I get this wrong.
You do. Columnists are supposed to have an opinion.
Well, you know what? They're all gay. They're never going to like a guy like Trump.
The thing is... I know we've talked about this. You can't have 50% of your supposedly up-the-middle newspaper be gay when 10% of the population is gay.
3%.
All right.
That's
is that really it? I thought it was 1 out of 10 people.
I thought it was
3 out of 100.
1 out of 10. It's like 3%.
Do you know what the whole is? The black population still 12%?
12, 13.
Yeah, all right. 13. So that one I'm still right on. So that means that Latino. So, see, I don't want to. When you talk about minorities, you can't really lump gay people in with minority. You know what I mean? Because they are white, black, Asian, Latin. You know what I mean? So I was just thinking about that whole 65-35 thing we were talking about earlier. So if 12%, 13% are fucking black, then that's what, 15% Latino, 10% other, including Asian, maybe? I don't know. 25, 13,
I don't
38.
know,
Yeah, who knows? So blacks have, what I'm trying to get at is, are blacks still the biggest minority, or are Latinos now?
I think Latinos are.
Yeah. Probably just because of the nature of how people come into the country now. They used to come in where the black people came from. Now that the black people are here, they come...
What do you mean, like on a slave ship?
Well, yeah.
They didn't bring the Spanish in here.
No.
Slave ship.
You're not listening to me. I'm saying when the black people arrived, was a long time ago. Now the people who are arriving and have been arriving for a while aren't black people. They're Hispanic people, not because they're slaves. I'm saying so by definition, they're going to start to grow further and further because there's more new Hispanic people coming in than there are black people. That's all.
Now listen to this for an observation.
Yeah.
All right. So the Democrats are really big on letting everybody come in through the southern border, right? Now, I have no idea what the...
You just unplugged my headphone.
I did?
Yeah, but it's all right. It has nothing to do with the broadcast. Keep talking.
Oh, that's the power supply. Well, there's so many fucking...
I know. All
that
that...
hornet's nest of cords going on.
Got to get you a squeezy ball.
So, with the Democrats left-wing lunatics don't realize is that the people that come from south of the border are wildly Catholic.
Oh.
So once they get in here and they get settled, they're not fucking voting for pro-abortion.
Right.
Or gay rights or any
Oh my God, no.
they're not on that fucking wagon.
Yeah, yeah.
They think all of that is blasphemous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think they might be hitching their wagon to, maybe they'll vote
To the wrong horse?
Yeah, they might vote some Democrat, in the beginning
Yeah.
to get themselves in.
Right.
But once they're in
and
here,
settled and making some money.
I think they're fucking more likely to vote right wing.
Yeah, right.
Because they are, Mexican, all South American countries were
Every one of them.
way more Catholic
Yeah, way more Catholic than here, that's for
than
sure.
the United States.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're true believers.
Yeah. You got all those Spanish-speaking countries, and then the big one, Brazil, Portugal, they were all 100% dedicated to the Pope and the Catholic Church.
Well, that's why
when they populated
Pope
that place.
goes to fucking South America or Mexico.
He's
He didn't
from
come
Argentina,
here.
man.
Yeah.
So,
the deal is, you might think this is a good thing. Oh, once we get the Latino population, we'll never see another Republican president ever. Oh, yeah?
by the
Watch
way,
out, Nancy Pelosi, because you're too fucking... Maybe her brain sank into her tits.
oh my God. Whatever. She still looks like she's a lot of fun, but man,
She,
the whole
for
tooth-sucking
a
thing.
78-year-old woman, she is pretty good looking. I like her.
I'm gonna need to bat her tits around a little. The shit, I had a fucking point and I forgot until you got me all excited about Nancy Pelosi.
We know she was a goer.
Well, of course she was.
I wonder if the husband actually took advantage of that. He looks like a stiff.
Isn't he husband number 2?
I don't think so. I think she's been with him.
She must have.
Maybe he's a freak.
Nah, he must have worn her. She must have worn him out. You know what I mean?
You think so?
You got to figure.
You never know, though. You see these guys that are all uptight looking, and fucking,
They're the ones whipping out the whips and chains.
Oh, he's got like a dungeon downstairs.
Yeah, but maybe he's the one with the red ball in his mouth, and old Nancy's in charge. You
Oh
know
no,
what I mean?
that's fucking definitely it.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, but it's
It's
not
not like he's tying her up and fucking her mouth for her. You know what I mean?
No. He's fucking
He's waiting for permission.
She's got like a dog chain around his cock, pulling on it.
Yeah. All
With
of
little
that.
fucking spikes in it.
Yeah. And fucking definitely fucking releasing all kinds of body fluids for him to have a taste of and all that shit.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, definitely.
Eat my fucking rectal hole, pig. You know what
Nancy's got like fucking so many anal beads up that guy's ass. He looks like he's bloated.
I bet you Bill Clinton has jerked off to Nancy Pelosi. Now, as much as I'm saying
He might have jerked off on Nancy Pelosi.
I would definitely give her a spin. I've yet to jerk off to her. You know what I mean? But I don't jerk off that much anymore anyway.
No, you
find that
calm down.
behavior fucking calms down? I was
you
into my 40s when that just ceased, needing to go down.
You just, you get older.
I just don't care. Well, that, and hey, I do have a young wife who continues to fucking coax semen out of me, but I don't think that's it. Because I used to get laid and jerk off right after I got laid, which I jerked off before. You know
I don't
want
to know any of this.
Well, what I'm saying is I'm getting old, Joe.
Well, everybody, you know what?
Oh, that reminds me. What I wanted to tell you. You said Pope. Hold that thought if you can. My daughter gave me a fucking Pope Francis bobblehead that is so realistic and looks just like the guy. It's fucking amazing. And Evan's like, they sold that exact same thing in the Vatican. He goes, I almost bought it for you. She bought it for me over here somewhere, but
No shit.
yeah, they got Pope bobbleheads at the Vatican. He went to the Vatican a couple months ago with the
Well,
school.
isn't this Pope's pretty? He's pretty. He's not all wrapped up tight.
No, he's not. And once in a while, he says something that does upset people because listen. He's like, you're not going to hell if you suck a little cock.
Yeah, they didn't like that.
But
well, the whole
he's like, you're not going to hell, but you know what? You can't get married either. Okay.
They got to keep that.
I agree that you're not going to hell, but you're not getting married in the Catholic Church ever. Oh, and you there, the person with the vagina, you're never going to be a priest. All right. Just calm down, But he is a good guy.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, certain fucking things you got to stick to. You know what I mean? You got to keep the fucking house together a little bit.
Well,
the main thing is they are the number one fucking fundraising fucking operation in the history of the planet. The fucking Catholic Church. You know what I mean?
Of course they are. They're
crazy.
Good at it.
They're so good at it. That is what they are all about. They fucking built that whole fucking city on fucking tithing from around the world, and they continue to get money just fucking mailed to them every fucking Monday morning from around the world. Well, now it's less and less in America.
There weren't that many kid fuckers either.
No, I think the whole kid fucker thing we're talking about a particular 2 or 3 generations of guys who had nowhere to go except the priesthood
to kid fuck.
To kid fuck, exactly. You know what I mean? It was a mechanism to do that. It's not that the priesthood generates kid fuckers. It's just that.
Oh no, it definitely does.
I think that you're a kid fucker before. I don't think you become a kid fucker when you become a priest. You are a kid fucker.
It attracts kid fuckers.
Yeah, it does attract kid fuckers.
Because it's a great. Think about it.
Yeah, it's a great way to get at some kids.
You can never get married. You can't have any relations with a woman.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Which a kid fucker doesn't want. He doesn't want to get married.
No.
Doesn't want to have a relation with a woman. He wants to fuck kids. So it's the perfect fucking.
And this.
It's almost like advertising for kid fuckers.
And by the way, you might disagree with this, but I know for a fact there are more priests who fuck women than there are priests who fuck kids.
Oh no, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
They're not celibate. You know what I mean? Some of them are, and that's fine because it is for some guys. And generally, those are the guys who are really good at the job.
Hey,
but there's a lot of guys who get into it to meet women. By the way,
I was in a Boy Scouts, and there was a priest we had that used to camp with us, and he came in and he told us one night, "I'm leaving the priesthood. I'm getting married."
Nice.
He couldn't stand it anymore.
Good for him. Oh, but so it wasn't like he was aspiring to get married. He had met a woman and had been with one and had a clandestine relationship with her.
And he just said,
"That's amazing.
Can't do this anymore."
Do you know if it was someone who was married to someone else, or because that?
What do you mean, the woman?
Yeah. Did he get that far into the story or not?
No, she wasn't married.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
no,
someone he knew from the childhood,
but he left
college.
the priesthood.
That's amazing. Do you know how old he was when he left the priesthood?
It's hard to tell. I mean, you're talking. I was like 11.
Yeah, that's cool.
So he could have been 24.
Oh, so were you in Plymouth at 11, or were you still over in Scituate or whatever?
No, I was here.
So was that St. Peter's?
Yeah.
I wonder which guy it was because I knew all those guys. It might have been right before I was paying attention.
Doesn't it take 7 years to become a priest?
Oh man, I don't know. You can look that up. I think it's the same thing to become a priest than to be a full-fledged doctor. It's like 7-8 years. Yeah. Like you have that kind of education, by the way. I mean,
serious education.
But you have that's an education. You can't just
you have to pay
all of a sudden be
you
a
have
priest.
To pay it back. If you quit, they come after you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I believe you.
So you got to finish.
Or not. Or finish and then quit. So if you finish and then quit, are you good? You don't
Catholic
have to pay
Church
it back.
is all about money.
Yeah, they are, man. Like I said, they're the number one fucking fundraising institution in the fucking history of the world.
Fucking gangsters.
I mean, yeah. Those fucking
Ginzo. True sense of the word.
Yeah, and the guys who
fucking gangsters.
And the guys who are running the business of the Vatican are gangsters. And they're Ginzos, man. They are straight up Italian fucking guys.
Let's not go there. But
go where? I'm an Italian. I'm not upset with that.
No. But
they're all like Giuseppe
Italian.
Montevani and fucking. I'm sorry, Giuseppe. I don't know if that's your name, but
do you know that the Northern Italians were accepted long before Southern Italians.
As far as what?
Because Northern Italians are white.
What do you mean accepted?
They were allowed to flow between.
What do you call them? Southern Italian people black?
Well, Southern Italian people are part black.
I'm with you, Sicilians.
Well, it's not just
Especially if you watch
Sicilian.
that movie
It's
True Romance with Dennis Hopper and
Yeah, the Moors came
and Christopher
over
Walken.
and they fucking conquered southern Italy and fucked all the
and
broads.
banged all the women.
And that's why,
That's why those guys all got greasy skin and dark hair.
look, if you're an Italian and you got skin that burns and blue eyes, you know they're Italian.
Yeah, you're Swiss, basically.
And if you're Southern Italian, if you have olive skin, you tan well. I mean, this is my daughter, for Christ's sakes, and my ex-wife that I'm talking about here. So I'm not saying anything bad. It's just a truism. But if you tan well, and you are
A nigger. Say it.
no. Stop. Would you stop using that word? Someone's gonna burn my house down.
Nah,
you
they're
fucking
not.
asshole.
They don't even know where you live.
Yeah, well, believe me, someone's going to find out. They're not black. They got tan over the years.
No, come on, man. I'm Italian and I'm Polish. I get tan well. Although I'm starting
Your father
to be like my dad. He
looks like a ghost.
Doesn't his skin
And
when it
he's
turns
the
red?
Italian.
Yeah, but he's all Lithuanian. He got the Lithuanian genes. He's half Lithuanian, which is wicked northeastern Atlantic.
Well, he's Northern Italian and Lithuanian.
Yeah,
he's white.
Dude, he gets in the sun. His sun turns to fucking
He goes
tomato
from white
soup.
to pink.
Awful.
He looks
Poor
like
guy.
I don't know. He looks like he's.
My mom used to tan. She got Yankee in her. She was Polish and half Yankee. So the Yankee thing, you know what I mean? You're just a little mish of everything. And, then again, it's genetics too. Hey, people don't believe me when I tell them I've had one cavity in my life. My teeth aren't fucking straight, but they're healthy. You know what I mean? And that's genetics. And you know what teeth is the same thing as?
Hair.
And would you look at this fucking thing I got going on? Look at this headset.
But I got great teeth.
Do you have good teeth too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. I didn't know that.
But my mother has, like, teeth that are
and they're beautiful.
perfect.
Yeah, and they're beautiful. They're not just healthy. She has, like, really good-looking
Perfect teeth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy, right? How my mom's a straight, but she got a lot of cavities over the years.
But the deal is, I'm not into sugar either. So if you're into
I used
sugar,
to
you
be,
can
but-
rot the fuck out of your teeth
yeah.
quick,
Yeah,
no matter
yeah.
what they are.
I was not given a lot of sugar, but I'm telling you, my thing is 100% straight
Not
up
into
genetics.
sugar, I'm into semen.
Oh man, and we're not talking about guys in the Navy, right? So on that note,
Let's call it a night.
That's what I'm saying, and
It's kind of right. Let's call it a night.
and so I'm
Fuck.
just giving everybody
right.
some programming notes. There will be 3 of us in the booth.
If you got a
at the
fucking
table
friend
next
that
week.
you think would like kind of right,
Yeah, go ahead.
tell them about it.
Yeah, tell people about us, will you?
Give them the fucking email them. You don't have to talk to anybody nowadays. God forbid. I don't want to fucking talk to anyone.
Let them know. These guys.
Please don't call me ever.
Yeah, right. No. Email's good.
Yeah. Don't even email. Just maybe like send a smoke signal.
There you
But
go.
So
Yeah, Thursday we're gonna have Al Senior back, and then he's gonna fill in for me next week when I'm on my honeymoon. I'm in my honeymoon.
I don't know. I was thinking I'm going to see if I can get him to punch me or something.
So listen, you're not gonna be able to. You're not gonna be able to do a last minute bail on him.
I'm not going to be. Although I got court next Thursday, so I already told him.
Oh, all right. So you talked to him about
How's
it at Evan's party Saturday?
Yeah.
All right. That's
So we'll see how that goes.
so you'll at least do Tuesday with him. That's fine. So
But I'll probably do Thursday too.
yeah, you just have to get his phone number. He does not text, by the way. And
I'll just go
and
to
he
his
checks
house.
email never. So
So give me an excuse to go over there.
yeah, you got to see that kitchen, man.
I do.
That project came out pretty good.
I do.
You'll see the fucked up part that I didn't like, but whatever.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter. It's good, and Mom's happy. That's all that matters. Mom's
That's
happy.
all that matters.
All right, everybody. So we're kind of right at yahoo.com, kind of right at yahoo.com. We're going to see you Thursday night. Good night.
Good night.